welcome to Dunsmore Moving Dirt. Back in the 724 John Deere loader. Still hadn't really got to the real soupy stuff. You can see this, it's getting down to it, and I think here pretty soon I'm going to be there. The bottom's not as hard as I would want it to be, but as long as I can get out, I don't want to move a whole bunch of more dry dirt just to get down to the bottom where it's hard, as long as I can get out, because I need to get to the mud as quick as I can and get that out. I'm trying to leave a place for it, and that's what you got to do. You can't pin yourself in or run out of room to stack it. You just want to start back as far as feasible and then work your way back out, stacking your wet stuff. And the wet stuff will kind of run from you. The dry stuff kind of stacks up. I got my pump started again this morning. That kind of drained down some more of that water. I really don't want that water breaking over there into where I'm working, so I'm going to let it run till it starts to suck air, and then I'll shut it off. It can't run in here quick enough, and that's just too deep on this end to get out there and dip that out where it'll run into the pit there where I can pump it out. But the way it is, when I'm kind of running into that mud, it's pushing it toward that pit there, so maybe that'll keep it where it from coming back in there on me. If the ground was just real hard, I wouldn't care if it come in on me. It kind of keep my tires forced off. But now this thing is a horse. Now it'll back out in the hole. I started to get one that had just a 4-yard bucket, and he talked me into getting this one. Yeah, it was a little bit more money, but he said you'll have less trouble with this one getting out of the hole because it's got more horsepower, it's got more weight, and it'll got more power, and it'll pull itself out of the hole. And so far I hadn't seen nothing where it won't pull it out, and I've come out with just some bucketfuls, and I mean, that stuff's got to be heavy. You know, if it's, I imagine 15,000 pounds of weight in that bucket coming out, plus the machine, I think it's 58. So, you know, you're looking at over 70,000 pulling out of that hole. Just a second, okay, had to sneeze. I didn't want y'all to see that, but there's what I'm going down in and getting, and the soupy stuff is behind that. I just got to I don't really want the soupy stuff down on that until it gets to a hard bottom. It's still going down right here. Now them edges are not too bad. They're still pretty hard, but you can see I kind of sink coming out. But like I say, and that ground may not get real hard. That's what I've got to watch, because if it ever gets where it won't hold me up getting down to that mud, then I'm in trouble. I've either got to start putting dry dirt back in there, and that usually don't work out too good. So maybe it'll work out, but I was going to put all my wet stuff over here on this side and my dry stuff over there, because when I get the mud out, I'm going to go down deeper in the hole, and I was going to let this side be the mud, because I can stack it back up there, and then my dry dirt will fill the rest of that in over there. So but I'm real satisfied with the loader as far as getting out of the hole. It's got a differential lock that you can lock both sides to where they'll pull, and I've got it set in automatic mode. That way I ain't got to worry about shifting it. It'll shift itself. And I've noticed when I start coming out of the hole, it'll start coming out in second, and when the more throttle you give it, then you can feel it kicks into first reverse. And when that happens, now that rascal's coming out of that hole now, and then boy, you get up here, and I try to keep the bucket as low as I can, because it rocks pretty good, you know. I mean, that's a lot of weight on the front of this thing, but like I say, it's handling everything so far. So anyway, we'll set the camera up outside here in a little bit, and I'm going to kind of start getting some of this over here and like I say, I may have to start just, that's a closer haul going that way, but I want to save me some room for some dry dirt. So I don't mind putting a little bit over there, because I don't think I can get on top of that stuff. I might can, the drier stuff, but I mean, man, it's 7 foot tall, and if you get on top of it and the bottom ever falls out of it, someone's going to have to dig this thing out, and it'll be me. So, Okay, I'm back in the dozer. Before I quit, I'm gonna smooth this up again. That sure is getting soft. It's about halfway down that slope to the mud. And I don't know if that's because it's not on hard ground or it's just that type of dirt that's going to get soft with that loader. When you run over with the dozer, it firms up. And this top part right here is it's just from halfway down to the mud. And the way that mud's starting to come to me now when I go off down in there, so that's where you really notice the difference in between the front of the front tire and the back of the bucket. That distance there, the closer that is together, when you get in mud like this and you're leaning down, you'll get in trouble because you'll go too far. And you got to go in there in a little bit enough to dip your bucket up where you don't get hardly any in. If your distance between the back of your bucket and your front tires is pretty short, you're going to wind up sticking your tires in that front mud, there, your front tires. You'll notice it when you try to back up because you'll just start spinning as soon as you hit reverse. So that is some mud right there now. Like I say, it's this halfway part. And I don't know if that's not giving away because there's not that much weight on it, but that sure helped a lot. When I did this earlier today, just right about dinner, I went back and forth and kind of cut it and drug it. I'll do that tonight and hopefully it dries off. And I got that where some more water is going into that pit because it's not going to be long. It's going to come over here, so I'm going to let it drain tonight and not fool with it and kind of maybe crowd that over that away. And if it'll fill that pit up, I may have to have it to wash that bucket out. I don't know. I'm going to try to. I've got a bar I'm going to bring in the morning, and I just don't think I can even get this blade of that dozer in that bucket to knock that loose. But maybe I parked it with the tilted over pretty good, so it might get cold enough. It might kind of dry out a little bit and fall out. So that's what we're going to do here for quitting time. I'm going to shape this up and peel this slope off. You can see how much that mud's running out now toward me. So anyway, that's what we're going to do to finish today. I appreciate y'all watching this channel. If you hadn't subscribed, we should do that. Hit the like button, share it with all your friends, enjoy all your comments and stuff. So probably till tomorrow, that's all we're going to be doing, moving mud today. And so we'll start again tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Bye.